What's up, y'all? Hey, world. It's Janeé Bolden, and I'm back with another episode of Hey Janeé. Today we have with us Jeremy Pargo.
Hey, Janeé.
Vanessa Fant.
Hey, Janeé.
And the illustrious Meaghan Taylor.
Hey, Janeé.
Hey, guys. How's everybody feeling today?
Good.
I'm feeling good, other than traffic getting here. But I'm
Yeah. Meaghan had some traffic.
It took me
too.
40 minutes to get here from Buckhead, so yeah.
Listen, it's our first dry day, okay?
Oh, everybody's out.
Yeah, it's our first dry day.
It's been really rainy lately.
Yeah.
Do you guys like the rain or?
No.
I love the rain. Am I the only one that likes the rain?
I
Don't
like
tell
being
nobody
outside.
else that. You're on your own right now.
Like, it just turned into a rainforest. It's just soggy. The
It's just-
soggiest summer ever.
The only thing is the humidity. Like, that's
too.
one thing about summer in Atlanta. The humidity is crazy.
It is.
And then the tornadoes, too.
Oh, yeah.
Keep going, because you sound like you just going to keep going. Humidity, tornadoes, snow in the winter.
Hurricane season is upon us.
You're not finding the joy in this.
Oh, my goodness.
But, I mean, I think you have to embrace whatever the season is or whatever's going on with the weather. I think the things that I like about when it rains is I like having an excuse to stay in.
That part.
Listen, I'm a homebody. I like to stay in.
Yeah.
And then I think also it just sounds great, like when you're going to sleep at night, the rhythm of the rain.
You better find some sounds on your phone.
Until that
And
thunder
leave us
and
to
lightning
yeah,
hit.
you know what I'm saying?
Nobody agrees with me.
No. You better find some
No.
sounds on that phone.
Once you
No.
see that lightning, once guys start taking pictures, I'm in the house.
I think the lightning is beautiful.
it is beautiful in the house.
And when I'm not trying to sleep.
So rain keeps you up, or the lightning, thunder.
Yes.
Oh, no, she different. I don't know nothing about that.
Right.
When it's time to sleep, I'm sleeping.
Yeah,
I don't-
The
exactly.
lightning and the thunder rocks y'all to sleep.
Rocks you right to sleep. Unless it's like
Y'all are some
crackling and going.
psychopaths.
I think
What
you're
the
a psychopath. We are all the same. You're the
What?
crazy one.
hell? Nah. Because then I'm thinking about, like, what's next after that? Like, a tornado. I'm from
Oh my
Florida.
God. Do you
Like,
just
the
go to work?
humidity?
From Florida, yeah. Think more.
I think you're a little traumatized. You might need to work through that one
Yeah.
in some therapy.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to get into the moment of joy for this week. My moment of joy is just reflecting on the beauty of the pivot. So making this pivot has been a beautiful experience for me. Having the flexibility and the freedom of being an entrepreneur and getting to do what I want to do every day, even if I have days where I don't even open a computer, and it's more about being in the moment with my family, with my dog, with my friends. That's what I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying the pivot. Do you have a moment of joy that you would reflect on?
Based around a pivot. So my biggest pivot is from being an athlete for 17 years to now being a producer, co-writer, writer, and actor in The Final Play, which is our film that she actually destroyed and did a great job in. Destroyed in a good way.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not in a bad
we know
way.
what you're talking about.
And did her thing as Renee. So yeah, that's my pivot, is entering the film world.
Okay.
Congratulations. I had a chance to watch The Final Play.
Uh-oh.
I did. Listen, I'm not coming to you with negative notes at all. I think I got nothing but positive things to say about it. It's on video on demand.
It's
and
it's
coming
Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah, Amazon. What else? Apple, Fandango at Home, and Google Play. We're running that out until July 1st, and then we'll just be on another platform come July 1st.
so we can't say the
Not
platform.
right now.
Okay.
Okay.
She was about to kill us.
I don't even know the platform. See you later.
You know it.
I don't know
You
why.
just don't know
that.
you know it.
Yeah.
She know it.
It's a popular platform. But I will say, like, this film, it totally exceeded my expectations. Nothing negative in that. But just
No,
saying,
for
as a
sure.
first-time filmmaker, you did an incredible job. Everything looked crispy. There's some other folks, I was like, why are they not using their DP? Why are they not using their glam department?
Yeah,
Because everyone looked great, sounded great. All the scenes were seamless. The writing was amazing. So kudos to you for, like, really achieving that on your first time.
I appreciate that. She kept that off camera until the camera was rolling. She didn't want to tell us that, so I didn't know what was coming. I appreciate it. I appreciate it because I get a little shaky when it comes to this film, and when I say shaky, it's because it's
Like
my first
emotional,
time
yeah.
doing anything, not knowing how people will accept it, and from everyone I've talked to, everyone's liked it a lot. So I appreciate it absolutely a lot. Yeah.
How did you get into writing?
I hate writing actually. I don't. Yeah, I'm not. I don't. In school, I say in school, I didn't like to write.
Okay.
I was a math guy, but I like to tell stories. So when I start putting pen to paper with this, one page turns into two, and I'm just telling stories of things maybe that I experience, other people experience, things that are relatable. And I kept going. Got to probably about 30 pages. Hit my friend Ernestine Morrison, who's responsible for a lot with this film. She's a producer as well.
Oh, wow. I know Ernestine.
So she
Shout out to Ernestine.
She connected me to Barshay, who's literally calling me right now.
Oh, wow.
She's literally calling me.
Calling.
Literally. So she connected me to Barshay. We were just talking about you.
Now he picking up a call.
We were literally just talking about you.
Is she on set?
Yes, she is. Literally just talking about you. It's Ernestine. Y'all can't see her, but y'all know who she is. I'm going to call you when we're done.
Bye.
So she connected me to Barshay Lowry, who's a writer, and we co-wrote the rest of it. Took a lot of things and changed it to what I wanted it to be because I have a vision. And when you have a vision, you want it to be what you see it being. And 90 pages later, you get the final play.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Can I ask you what the vision was? Like, was there like an earlier title that kind of inspired you?
The earlier title, the first title that I had was The Fear of Love was the first title that I had. So that was coming from a real place as well. I think that word love is very scary. The feeling of love is very scary in relationships because you're trusting the other half with pretty much everything. So that's where that title came from. And I just was building, just came from a place of knowing people, knowing stories. And the biggest thing I wanted was to be real, to be relatable, for people to sit down and have conversations about it and be open to, I guess, identifying some of these things in their relationship and building off that going forward. So that was the premise of the start of writing.
And you guys shot it in Atlanta, right? Yeah. And so it feels very Atlanta. And I know when people talk about dating in Atlanta, Meaghan, you and I have had...
Specifically you, single girl.
But we do talk about
Yes, we
how
do.
dating in Atlanta
It
is such a difficult place
It's
to
a task.
navigate.
I don't know nothing about it. I stay away from it.
He's like, he don't live in Atlanta.
Yeah, I stay away from it. I think dating anywhere is difficult.
Yeah.
Atlanta can be very different because of the way Atlanta moves. The tourists that move here, I guess you could say a lot of tourists give Atlanta a bad name because at one point I was looking at a house here, was going to move my mom here and everything, and I'm glad she didn't want to move here because I would have been here, and I don't know if this is home for me. But in the film world, building going forward, I'll probably have a place here for sure.
Okay,
Gotcha.
that definitely makes sense. You actually brought up an interesting topic that we were kind of talking about earlier, like when it comes to like finding your home. Not to veer too far off of talking about the movie, but like that is such an interesting thing. So you're from Chicago.
I'm from Chicago, yes.
And have you lived anywhere else?
I live in Vegas. Been in Vegas
So
5
currently,
years.
oh, how is
You
that?
can do Vegas, but not
Right.
No, you gotta understand.
No,
See?
we gotta
See?
help this brother out.
Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them because they
Yo,
think when they hear
Vegas
Vegas,
TikTok is
all y'all think
crazy.
about is a strip when you hear Vegas.
No,
All you
no,
think
no,
about
no,
is a
no.
strip.
I'm not just thinking about the strip.
What you think about? Let's hear. See?
Tumbleweeds.
Tumbleweeds, yeah, we get a couple of those. Not where I live.
heat
We
strikes.
gotta go a little ways out for
So it's
tumbleweeds.
a state where there's legal prostitution.
Right.
Yes.
No.
There's not legal
Not
prostitution
in Las
anywhere?
Vegas. Not in Las Vegas. You can't do that in Las Vegas. They do it, but you can't do it. So you got to go a little ways out for it to be.
But there is a culture of that.
Absolutely,
there. Yeah.
absolutely. It's a culture of that everywhere.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's the truth.
You know, if they go to Vegas, they looking for the hoe.
Yes.
They looking for them.
I mean,
And they're gonna find out.
no.
Yes.
You said they. You're referring to men, right? No.
Women
No.
aren't paying.
No.
Hey, anybody.
No. You're looking for the good, wholesome women,
Okay.
Right.
And
but
you
you
can't spell
stumble
wholesome
upon
without.
the other side.
Right.
Dying.
Don't mean you're looking for it.
See, I love how you brought it back to the final play because your character, Braylon, he is looking for a good, wholesome
He is.
woman and he stumbles upon
Fun.
hoes.
No, I'm not. Ladies, I'm not calling any hoes out there hoes. So if you're a hoe, you just a hoe. I didn't call you
The
that.
ones that get the hoes, the other words for 'em. You don't even want to admit
I
that.
didn't
It's
say
like,
it.
I call them fun.
I don't call hoes hoes. I don't do that.
Okay.
I don't do that.
Right.
That's very
My
disrespectful.
good time
Yeah,
girl.
that is- so what do you call them?
Women,
Women.
Right.
Okay.
children of God.
That's right.
But okay, so in the film, there are moments where your character is like, "Why do I keep attracting this certain kind of?"
Absolutely.
And why do y'all think that I want this?
Yeah.
And when I say this, can you let the people know what is the this? What type of women is Braylon constantly just? They're like magnetized to him. They look a certain way. They act a certain way.
It's. I wrote it from an athlete's perspective.
We need to get into this.
And we can. I'm here for it. I think not in today's world, in the world period, is that athletes are very desired men.
Yes.
Especially the basketball player, which is the perspective I come from. Football players are desired as well, but they're playing with helmets. You can't see them. You can identify them all the time. So us, like, we're something. We're something.
Hot commodities.
I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna let you say it, but I'm gonna piggyback off what you said. So yeah, we are. Especially the ones that are well put together, the highest of the highs. Like I'll never be able to experience what LeBron experienced in terms of being desired. But the athletic man build. Every woman described their man that they want is tall, athletic, and all of these things. 90% of the time, it's an athlete. So that 1% of man is desired, and he has options, and you can see that with Braylon. But Braylon also lets you know that this ain't what I want in my life. Obviously, Braylon's is, I don't know what I have Braylon as in the movie, 34, 35 or something like that.
He's retiring.
He's a retiring athlete, so he's getting past that point to where he has to find what's real for him and what makes sense in terms of a relationship going forward. And it's not easy. There's a lot of athletes out here in the world right now that struggle with that today.
I definitely have heard that before from my friends who are athletes, and it's interesting because people do put that stigma on, like, this athlete's never going to be faithful. And I would say there's always different kinds of athletes, and I love that too, even in your friend dynamic, because it's a friendship of 3 guys. One of them is married, very faithful, not trying to get in no trouble. You are on your path to getting where your friend who is settled down is trying. Your character. I'm sorry, I didn't want to conflate you.
No.
with your character.
It's very, very, very similar.
Okay.
So.
Fair enough. Good to know. And then your third friend is a ex NFL player who's now a barber, who's popular around town, who gets romantically involved with your character, Vanessa. And he is just acting a damn fool.
A fool.
I mean, if you're looking for the host, he knows where to find them, right?
Yeah. He gonna fix him a drink too.
He gonna figure it out. That's for sure. Yeah.
So, would you say that as a man in that world, that's actually pretty true to what happens in the film? That typically you have a mixture of guys, and some guys, they want to do the right thing, and they have friends that might be steering them the wrong way. How much of a role do your friendships play in where you end up at the end of the day?
You want to take the lead on that one? Because you played a pivotal role in Gia's life.
Right.
Renee is that homegirl in real life that she's gonna tell you straight up that ain't the one for you, or that is the one for you. She doesn't want to see her homegirls get hurt, so she's gonna tell you straight up, find somebody else. Find somebody else. That's not even your type of man, but she's gonna support it. And I think that Gia's character didn't listen to Renee, thank God, because sometimes when your friends are the loudest ones, they're really not saying the right things. Or if they're the loudest ones, they're hiding things themselves. Like, she was hiding a relationship her whole time. So I think that, a lot of the times friends' opinions about their friends' partners can play a pivotal role in relationships. Absolutely, especially for women. And for men too, because I feel like men sometimes have to prove to their male friends that they get the hoes sometimes, or they still got it.
Nah, Not at that age. Younger, yes.
Yeah.
Younger, yes.
Okay.
The older you get, is more like, I don't care. Because at this point, I guess they know you get the hoes or whatever.
Hey, at this point, you getting them.
At that age, I guess they know.
I think that we just broke a record for how many times we said hoes
You
on
started
the show.
it.
I did.
You started it.
Listen, I actually love the word hoes. I ran Boston for 15 years, and hoes were in our headlines all the time. It was.
You got to do the HEUX.
We did HEUX. HEAUX, the New Orleans way.
Okay.
Sometimes,
I
but
just
sometimes
know
we
the
would
old
just do the regular, and sometimes we say slurs. You know, we got creative. It was all different ways
I
of
like
saying
this.
it. Yeah.
You never heard slurs?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. That's a term too. Yeah.
Why you never heard that?
You gotta check where the slurs at.
Ooh, I threw that to vocabulary. Okay. Put that right in the vocab.
But I don't mean to give the wrong impression, because the film is really not. It's not so much hoes. It's really about relationships once you get to that age, like in your 30s, and you're more looking for things. But I do like that it's from like a male perspective, because I feel like we don't have a lot of that. The movie The Wood comes up in your film a lot of times. Were you inspired by that film?
That is my favorite movie of all time.
Okay.
So that's why I made that their connecting point.
Okay.
Expensive connecting point, but that's why we made it their connecting point.
You had to do some licensing.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Paramount want they check. Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
And they got it too, mother.
Oh.
Well, that's good that you brought that up, or that we talk about that, because it's interesting to hear what challenges you might face as a filmmaker. What are some of the things that people never even think about as being costly when it comes to creating film?
I tell you one thing I didn't think about. The biggest thing was wardrobe. I didn't think about how many. As I'm writing this thing, I don't understand that I'm writing this big. I'm writing it based off movies I've watched growing up.
Yeah.
And movies I like. So I didn't understand that I wrote in 37 wardrobe changes for myself.
Oh, wow.
26 for the leading lady, Gia, who's Hazel. And I don't. Do you know how many wardrobe changes you had? Yeah, I got the set the first day, and it was fitting. I get the set, and I see what they had for me. I say, this ain't gonna work. So I took the wardrobe girls, Alexandria. I took her to the mall. Hey, we gotta get some stuff. So I guess you say, had a little shopping spree for myself, because my character had to look all right.
Yeah, he's a wealthy guy. He's retiring.
Yeah.
He lives in a nice home. You know, you got the trappings, the house, the car, the pool. You got to have the clothes. You not getting no hoes if you don't got it.
Hey,
I didn't say it. You did.
you can't
not
date
say
without
it.
the toe
We're on a roll. We're on a roll.
Did
Right?
not say it. But I agree with it.
Just to get your voice, Vanessa, as well. I know we were talking a little bit earlier, but can you explain how you guys connected? How did you end up in the final play?
So Ernestine, actually, it wasn't Ernestine herself. It was her friend Eugene. They were working together. They DM'd me and was like, "Hey, come to this table read," and I was like, "Okay, cool." And then I get there. Ernestine was like, "Read for Renee," and as I'm reading it, I'm laughing, like I'm cracking up inside. And then when we got to the last page, I couldn't help but laugh. After that, I was getting on Actors Access, because I'm always on Actors Access looking for my own gigs. And I see the final play. I see y'all name up there, but Renee's not up there. So I'm like, who got it? Why they ain't got Renee's on it? Because I was going to submit. And Ernestine called me and was like, she texted me and was like, "Hey, you're going to hear from your agent in a little bit." And I was like, okay. And then Genya sent me my deal memo. And I was like, this is great. Yeah,
Nice.
So I didn't even have to audition. It was just me showing up to a table read. And what I tell actors all the time, the most important thing is, if somebody asks you to do something, whether it's a table read, a project, whatever, don't look at it like
you're working for free.
Yeah. No, an opportunity is an opportunity.
Yeah.
Take that and always look at it as, this can lead me to something else. Absolutely. So when I got there, I just read it. I was being myself. Everybody at the table read had good vibes.
I love that.
Yeah. And it was definitely spilled over to set.
That's amazing. Because I think you can kind of feel it in the final product. You can see everybody gets along, and even just, I don't want to give away the film, but you can really feel like I was saying, like when all the pieces, your friends are kind of rooting for something to work, like you feel it, you know, whether it's the project itself or the way that the storyline goes, so you can feel it.
Let me tell you how new to this I am. I don't even know what Actors Access is. I had no idea what that was until she just said it. I'm clueless.
It's a place where a bunch of breakdowns are, and we get a bunch of auditions from there. And it's
I don't know how we
very
got on
fun.
there, but I'm happy we did. But the table read, we actually took 3 people from the table read. Actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Nav was at the table read, and Aaron. Aaron plays what is? How do I?
Oh, Aaron plays the producer.
When he says that we get the Netflix role.
The white guy.
Yes.
The
Okay.
only one.
The only white guy.
I ain't want to say it that way, but
Hey, sometimes you just gotta keep it
Shout
to
out
what
to
it
Aaron.
is. Yeah. No, he was very funny. I thought he was
Absolutely,
hilarious.
yeah.
I mean, there's so much comedy in this film.
Yeah.
Great job. And I can't say enough about how funny your character was. Thank you. Yeah. People just gotta watch it to see. I don't want to give too much away, but I did want to kind of go back to what you were saying about not even knowing what Actors Access was because you're coming from the sports world. So I understand you're a captain for the Detroit team in the Big Three.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yeah, we just had our first game this past weekend. We had Baltimore coming up this weekend, so my teammate saved me this first week.
So you're
and I
doing double
truly appreciate
duty.
it.
Wow.
Yeah, triple duty, whatever needs to be done will get done. I'm all for it.
Okay,
Yes.
you're not Jamaican.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I may be. I don't know.
All the jobs.
I don't know. Maybe, but I'll
You
take
gotta
it.
stack their money up for that family that's coming.
What family that's coming?
You got a
Uh-oh,
family
you writing
coming.
it into, you're manifesting it. We put you
Oh,
in
okay,
it.
okay. You talking about the 2 kids from the movie?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That you
cool.
can have
Get
your
your
dreams
Braylon
about.
I'm like,
Homie.
did something happen that I don't know about?
Just stack your money for your future family.
I've been trying. We need it back from this final play. Y'all hear me out there?
Run the movie up is what he's saying.
That's all I'm saying.
Was Ice Cube an inspiration for you at all? Because I know he's really, you know, been, when it comes to filmmaking and kind of doing it himself, he's been such a role model in our space.
Being able to see what he did with Friday is in many other movies is pretty dope. And I wouldn't say he was my biggest inspiration, but you take a piece from anyone that is in the business, especially someone that can walk the same paths, coming from the same backgrounds that we come from. My Eddie Murphy is like the standard, like the
Gotcha.
highest of the highest for me. So Boomerang, Eddie Murphy is it. Yeah.
That makes sense, for sure. Okay, we're going to get into some of our regular segments. Let's get into Meaghan's thought of the week.
Okay, cool. So this week is give them grace, but give yourself more. With that, I would just say we're always like so forgiving with friends and family, and we're like trying to like figure things out with them, and then it's like we drop the ball on ourselves and giving ourselves grace. So I think that's super important.
Can you think of a time, if anyone wants to chime in, about like when maybe you were giving yourself a hard time, whether it was during the filmmaking process or like in your...
I do it in sports all the time.
Yeah.
I do it in sports all the time. But
That has to be one of the hardest things. I know all my athlete friends, like when they have a loss, it's so hard to like come back from...
yeah, we're our toughest critics.
Yeah.
It's probably never as bad as we think it is, but to us, it's worse. So we always like to look ourselves in the mirror and be honest with ourselves, no matter what the outside world thinks.
100%.
For sure.
I feel like giving myself grace. You know, a lot of people have been texting me that in the last like month that I need to give myself grace. Being an actor, especially being an actor or creative, it is hard.
Yeah.
You will probably there's been a year where I've done probably 150, maybe to 250 auditions and probably booked one. So there was a time where I wasn't getting auditions. There was times I didn't have an agent. There was times where people didn't believe in me, you know, and I still had to like push forward. So I give myself grace, but I also am really hard on myself. So I have to remember to definitely just take a step back, give myself grace, and remember that, you know, I'm further than what I've ever been.
Amen.
Absolutely.
And nobody could take that from me.
Right. It's only up from here, too, because once people see the final play, everybody's going to be calling you.
Hey.
Claim it. Amen.
So I want to get into See, Stream, and Skip. It's our segment where we talk about what to watch or what you need to be working on. So for See, I'm actually going to recommend everyone see the final play.
Hey, I like it. I ain't mad at it. I ain't
you
mad at
better.
it. I ain't mad at
It's
it.
only right. I do highly recommend it. I'm not just saying that because they're here.
Right.
I made sure to watch, and definitely quality. There's some other projects I'm not going to compare or anything like that, but I would just say that this film competes with some of your favorites on Netflix or other streaming platforms that you might watch. So definitely check out the final play. I would also say stream The Gilded Age. It's coming back on Max. This is a historical project. I really like my historical fiction. If for fans of The White Lotus, Carrie Coon, who was on The White Lotus, is in this, and she has such an incredible role. This is all about New York back in, I believe it was like the early 20th century, early 1900s. So how, the wealthy but you also see the servant class as well, like coming up, and there's even Black characters on this, and that's what I like so much about it. But a lot of people don't know that Sally Richardson Whitfield, who is one of my favorite actresses of the 90s, and then to see her now in like that director producer role is incredible, and people don't know that there's a Black woman behind this show. So I really encourage people, if you haven't already been watching The Gilded Age, it's on Max. It comes on Sunday nights, and this will be the 3rd season premiering June 22nd, so make sure to check it out. For Skip, so listen, I do this thing where I never pick a title for Skip because I really don't want to be negative about creative stuff. Instead, I choose to, usually it's about some type of attitude or take. So this week, I'm asking that we skip shallow takes on what love should look like. Because I think actually I was inspired by your film, and I think that the final play reminds us that love's a process. And you're not looking for perfection. I think people do think you have to find a perfect fit, but oftentimes it's meeting in the middle, and nobody's really without fault. We see in the film, Gia makes mistakes, Braylon makes mistakes, and it's only once that they can kind of give each other grace and give themselves grace, they're able to resolve their issues. So,
Wow.
And that's where that friendship aspect comes in, because they both were checked by their friend. One character in there, Renee, let her know, go get your man. Like Corey checking Braylon in the bathroom where it was the moment of you the problem. Let him know what it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was bringing it back home. Absolutely.
Okay, so for what I'm working on this weekend, Juneteenth is this week. So I think the episode's going to come out a little bit after that, but I did want everyone to check out my interview with Mickey Guyton that's on Black Enterprise around Juneteenth. It's the 5th anniversary of Black Like Me, her huge single that came out in 2020. So we had a conversation that revolved around Juneteenth and Black Like Me, and making a song that was Grammy nominated during that time. We all can remember what 2020 was like in terms of the racial reckoning that was going on, and finding ourselves back in a space that is kind of, parallel to what that space was before. Politically, we're in a really tough spot.
Yeah. Deep sigh.
Yeah. Your sentiments definitely, they definitely sum up my sentiments as well as Mickey's, but it was a powerful conversation. I'll share the link in the Substack if you guys want to check it out. We're gonna go ahead and do our affirmation. Every week we like to close with the affirmation. This week, again, the final play has really inspired this episode through and through. So the affirmation of the week, we're getting some love. We're getting some love from Meaghan. Meaghan is not shy about. She is single. She's looking for love. So Meaghan, I want you to repeat after me.
God.
Oh my God. She put you out there.
Right.
Listen, we're going to get Meaghan some...
Throw me on The Bachelor next.
Yes, we're going to get Meaghan some dates.
The dates aren't the problem. It's the people.
Yeah, I was going to say, usually it ain't
the dates I
the
can get.
I think it's the picker.
Uh-oh.
You know what?
Might be the picker.
That's a perspective.
If I pick the wrong person every time, it's my fault, right?
All right, we're gonna take it to therapy.
I'm just saying, I picked the wrong people too, so I get it. I get it.
So what are you
single,
doing
Jeremy?
differently?
Yeah.
Okay, so you need to repeat after me.
Are you single? No, hold
Put your hand on my shoulder too. Put your hand on my shoulder too, because I'm ready. I need it.
You hear that, y'all? He's ready. I open myself to love in all forms, romantic, creative, communal, and divine.
Yeah, repeat that. Go ahead, repeat it.
Well, not all forms.
You're not open to all forms of love?
Like weird forms. No.
No weird forms.
No weird form.
I think that
What's a
goes
weird
without
form of love?
saying.
Yeah.
What's
Okay.
a weird
So
form
I
of love?
open myself to love.
I open myself to love
In all forms.
in all forms.
Romantic.
Romantic,
Peanut gallery over there. Creative.
creative,
Communal.
communal,
And divine.
and divine.
No, you don't want it.
No, I'm open to it. I just ain't. I
Don't
ain't
be
got it
backing
in
over
me.
here, hands open. We taking the word
Y'all are
in.
definitely receiving. Y'all got hands open and everything.
Hand out.
Hello, we gonna take that word in.
I am worthy of giving and receiving love
I am worthy of giving and receiving love
wherever it finds me.
wherever it finds me.
Great.
And she actually snuck in there on that because she's single too.
But you didn't. And you ready.
I ain't said nothing. I'm
I'm
only
just
here
saying.
to say the affirmation.
I should just hold my. I'm just gonna hold my hands out. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna follow y'all lead.
Give me
my money.
It's gonna take something because this world is different.
It is a different world.
Man.
Hey, maybe somebody out there listening, Jeremy might be the guy for you. Wait.
You're not wrong. I'm not. No, I don't know why she think it's so funny. What, this your
Because
second
you know
time
what?
laughing
It's
at
the
me.
people too for you. I don't even know why you the picker too.
I said that. I said I picked. I said
Or
I
did
picked
you
bad.
fumble
You know what?
something?
Oh, oh. You know what?
Karma doesn't miss.
It's very possible I fumbled something.
Okay.
It's very possible. Yeah.
He's saying
Absolutely.
because he had.
You want me to tell you what's crazy?
What?
You fumbled too.
Hey, oh, so we can
Well,
close it, right?
hold on. We're gonna keep going because you fumbled too.
No, I never fumbled anything good for me.
That's not true. That's not true.
Very true.
If we had the time, I would deep dive into this conversation because I love these conversations, which is
Let
what
me find out
inspired
his-
the final play.
He's a
I really am.
screenwriter, a basketball player, and a therapist.
I really
One
am.
thing, he gonna keep it real. You can
I
go to him about
really
your
am.
problems. He's gonna be like, you know what? You did wrong.
You the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I really am.
I definitely have been the problem. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey,
Can't relate.
first step is everything.
See, that's the problem right there. I just want y'all to know. When a person says I can't relate to being a problem, they're lying to themselves. Just so y'all know.
And also, I think you need to watch the final play because you kind of reminded me of Gia right now.
What you trying to do over here? What you trying to do?
Help you promote. We got applause from the booth. Applause from the booth. Well,
That's what this means?
Yes.
We do it on the round
It's like
table.
a little, yeah.
I'm like, what is this?
That's the new trend.
I thought people
That's
were
what
saying
the kids
like
are doing.
I thought people were saying like little.
No.
And she don't think she the problem.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Not a clap is crazy. A
Okay.
finger clap.
Sadly, we are out of time. I want to thank you, Jeremy Pargo, for joining, and Vanessa Fant, Meaghan Taylor, as always,
It's been a
illustrious as ever. I think this is the most I've heard you
pleasure.
talking.
I know. I'm having a really good day.
I'm glad. We gonna find you some love, girl.
Oh.
Is it that bad? Is it really that bad? Because it sounds like it's awful.
I can't talk about it because people watch.
Watch the final
Look,
play.
look, look. She ducking somebody. Go ahead. Go
Just
take us
watch
out.
the final play. It's going to inspire you. Matter of fact, tell somebody you love or that you want to look at. Tell them to watch the movie.
Yeah.
They gonna call you right after, girl. They gonna be in love after that. Like they gonna do the right thing.
Makes for a great conversation too.
Okay.
And it can fix some things.
I think so.
Yeah.
So we're all doing this. Well, thanks for joining us for another episode of Hey Janeé. This has been my hey to the world, and I want to hear it back. Tell me back.
Hey,
Hey,
Janeé.
Janeé.
Thank you.